Hello, hello, hello! Welcome back to the next chapter of Voidtrain. This one's going to be a little bit shorter. Still probably be like an hour or so. It's going to be a little bit shorter because we're just going to focus on the train stuff here at the depot. Maybe we'll go have a shootout with the fellas over there to try and get some more materials, but we're just going to focus on what we're doing here and organising people here and our chests and stuff, since in the last one we changed our stack size for things, which is amazing. Because that sort of thing is like, it's fine, just makes you build more chests. And for me, like, it's not like it's a bottomless stack size, but it is something that is kind of more manageable, you know? Where is all of my ragu? What's up here? Like, with the food, I could probably put all the food in one chest now. Food, the water, you name it. Right, because an entire chest before, that was 3 rows, was now just 3 stacks. It's very good. But I was just having a chat here about food, funnily enough, and how it is basically, if you're looking to eat less garbage, the first fix, which a lot of like health food people and nutritionists and whatever will tell you, is like, stop eating it. But it's not that easy. So something that was told to me, which I'll reiterate since we're recording now, is like, I like apples, but I don't like apples enough to be like, oh, you know what I feel like? I'm gonna go grab another apple. Oh, time to have another apple. Oh, time to have another apple. Right? So I'm not just going to eat apples for the sake of eating apples. Right? I enjoy them, but I don't think of them as a good, like, oh, I'll go have a snack. Maybe there's another point in my life where I will, but it's beside the point. Basically, if you have apples in your fridge, this is just my example for me, but if you have a food that you enjoy but you don't tend to use as a snack food in your fridge, and you're wandering around and you open your fridge because you're like, I should eat. And you open it up and you look at the apples and you're like, I don't want apples. You're not hungry, you're bored. You know, have a glass of water, have to take the edge off, go for a walk, you know, whatever. 9 times out of 10, it'll fix it. You'll just be like, okay, moving on. Because it's true. My biggest problem is that I continue to fill my fridge with foods that I enjoy as snacks, and completely disregard the whole the apple thing. So I eat a lot of garbage. And right now, I have a lovely, delicious iced coffee next to me, which I drink far, far, far too much of. Because they are probably my worst vice of any point in my life. And I worked out one time, a couple of years ago, how much they actually cost overall. And when you're buying them and they're only a couple of bucks here and there, but you drink them 4 or 5 days a week, it adds up very quickly. Very, very quickly. You got 200 days a year that you spend, you know, let's round it up, say $5. It's $1,000 straight up. $1,000 on iced coffee alone. That's not the number that I came to, but it's effectively like that sort of thing. Redeem the good stuff. Thank you. Get fat. Rude. Already am, but thank you. No, I need to get fitter. I need to, you know, do all that sort of stuff. Become a medieval noble. I mean, it really depends on who you ask. I'm already there. I want to reorganize these chests and stuff, but I'm just going to dump shit at the moment. Because I need to do a bit of a bit of a... What have I researched? I haven't researched anything. Why do I only have 482? Have I researched anything that needs power? No. Oh, yes I have. The smelter. Dumb. Anyway. Insufficient research points. Ew. That'll get us over the line. Okay, so workbench 3 unlocks frames. And this unlocks Voidtrain. Okay, we gotta build one of them then. Production, what do we got? Smelter 1. Yeah, over here. Smelter 3. Still only one workstation for the smelter. Oh, okay. Well, anyway. I could put it here. Eh. But do I want to move all my workstation and shit down that back corner? I feel like I do. I feel like I should put a lot of that down here. Move you. Oh, everything's fucked. Move, please. Hello? Oh, I'm filtered on floors. All. There we go. That was from before when we lost our engine and everything out in the middle of nowhere because of a stupid minefield. Just start posting Chinese food in Discord to tempt you to eat. Probably won't work. Probably won't work with Chinese food. I'm pretty simple when it comes to Chinese food. Like, is it sweet and sour chicken? No? Oh, okay. I'm good then. Kitchen 2. I don't know if I should put the kitchen right next to the forge. Put the lab here-ish. Kinda. Like that. The workbench down here, flip it around. Maybe we should, they not go close together. Flip that out for the workbench. Do the kitchen back on the other way. Eh. Come on, where's the pixel that's in the middle there? Find it. There you go. Good. Good, 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 good. Maybe we should become a chef, and then being fat's kind of reassuring to the customer. Yeah, a lot of people are like, oh, never trust a skinny chef, ha 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 ha. Most of the chefs that I've ever met in my life are not overweight. A lot of cooks that I know are. Not to say that there's like, oh, cooks are this and blah blah blah. But it's like, it's funny that there is that I don't know, differentiation a bit there. Wait, can I just upgrade the other one? Can I just upgrade you? Oh, I can. Oh, okay, well fuck that then. I can get out of here. No, 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 go away. I thought I had to build it from scratch. Deconstruct. Oh, I still need to move it. They'd be like, if anybody knows about eating, it's him. Yeah. Sure. But I mean, they might also just like ice cream. Looks like it's already in the corner, right? Oh, pardon me. Can only have 1,000. Did you see the Night Rain DLC trailer? Yeah, I posted it in the Discord. It's here in the Discord. Like, a couple of hours after it came out. Looked cool. Artorias is finally coming to the game. That looks sick. Yeah, lots of cool shit. Lots of cool shit. Very many. I think I'm going to get these out of the engine. They don't really need to be in here. It was good for a temporary thing, but put these out of the way for a second. Get the fourth one that's in the front as well. Filter to objects? Yes. Okay. So we can get these. Just stuff them in the corner here. I don't think I need that many either. Like I think I could get away with just a couple at the front. And then the extras I'll just stash down the back somewhere. I don't need crazy amounts of water all the time. If I need extra, I can go down and get some, you know? Stop that. Artorias skin's in the game, so I feel like it'll look goofy. Yeah, well, the Artorias skin's in the game. I'm pretty sure there's a spot in the trailer where somebody wearing the Artorias skin is destroyed by Artorias. And it's kind of hilarious. And it does look mildly goofy, yes. But in a fun sort of like, haha, FromSoft kind of way, you know? Not that one. This one. Chuck them down the back. You're afraid of the Mesmer Fire Knights? They could definitely make things more difficult. 100%. Four of them. 2 springs to rubber. I think that's the new void ingot. 4 steel, 2 springs, 2 rubber. Alright. Can I make the springs in the recycling? No, I cannot. Oh, not springs, sorry. Then you... I need 2 thickener, 2 silicon. Do I have someone? It should have someone working here, yeah? Yeah. Another couple of these lads back. I don't know if I should just pile them all together because I'm not going to be able to get to them, you know? And I do want to put them near the storage so I can just be like, whoop, and then everything's put away, you know? Ugh. Can't wait to play the new characters? Yep. Yeah, that'll be pretty sick. I'm glad they're adding the DLC stuff. I mean, I did kind of expect them to add the DLC stuff. DLC enemies and whatnot. They're adding the lion dragon, lion dancer thing, which is kind of cool. That was a cool boss fight. I did enjoy that. I really want to keep them compact, hey. We should stagger them? I don't know. I think they're going to be a pain to refill, but... We'll deal with that when we come to it. We've got the room to do more. We'll just spread them out more. But I think having so many together... Like, I'm going to lose the whole wall otherwise. When are you going to collab with them to become a playable character? I am already in the game. Yeah, spoilers, but I'm already there. I am already a playable character. Downside is, no one's actually discovered me yet. Yeah. It's cool until he uses the Deathblight element. Yeah, but I mean, Deathblight's just petrification, right? It's the same shit. And that still sucks as well. I don't know why. I don't know why I said that, because that would suck. It doesn't matter if it's petrification or Deathblight. They both suck. Deathblight is technically better because you come back with your full health bar, not with a big chunk of it missing. So, I guess there's that. Nah, should be alright. We should be alright. Let's loot this shit. We gotta build another Rofleemo bed too. Rofleemo! 2 wood, a leather, and a bolt. Shut the fuck up. Same, different names, yeah. Chuck that in there. We do have plenty of bolts. Good. I want to use as well, thank you. Did I say 2 wood? I think so. 2 steel ingots. Four steel ingots. That's what I meant to say. I was just testing you. And you failed. I've come around to the kazoo. If it's good, If it's a good kazoo player, yeah. But, I mean, what's your measurement for that? Upgraded. I am assuming. Yeah. Voidonite alloy needs Voidonite. And Voidonite needs power. Oh, they all need power. Ah, man, that sucks. But I guess I just dump... Yeah, to unload fuel. Because I don't need fuel in here anymore. Interesting. Okay. Considerably cheaper. Considerably cheaper. Who works here? Okay. We need Voidonite, which we don't have yet. So much fuel. God damn. I know what 40 per path and 42 per path means. Stuff. Okay. Bed. We should have a Rofleemo across the road. Across the way. Why not? Why not? Alright. Plenty of fuel. A UL. A little bit of rubber, we'll chuck that in here. A little bit of water. Let's take all. Let's see, oops. Let's take all. Move all. Like, it all being one chest is kind of like, whew, that's good. Got leather in the bottom one, which I don't think I need there anymore. Like, I think we're good. Because now, if one chest is now 3, then a single chest is 5 chests, which we never had before, and it never got to that point. It's 4:30 and I can't sleep anymore. It's Jack's fault. I have class from 7:60. Why do you have class so early? That's wild. I sent some coffee in your future. Some sort of morning boost. I do still want to have ingots in a separate chest, but these can all go in one. And the 2 stacks. Oh, that's so nice. I know I'm only going to get to do this once, but it's just so nice. take everything out. Yes. 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 That, because there's a whole bunch of different items, that could still be an issue. This is just like you're recycling shit. Is it? You're all of a sudden feeling to sleep? It's better to get 2 hours of rest than none at all. You can always switch over to your phone if you just want to listen to a story or something. Turn everything off. Lay back and relax. I can't get any void night. Moved everything out of here. I do have a ton of metal. Just an absolute fuck ton of metal. You need copper to make brass. Go on then. There's only one output though. Kinda wild. But Jack's streaming? I'm kind of an oversleeper. Well, you're just gonna have to not be. Might be fine since I skipped dinner for sleep. As in you have had a sleep? How long are your classes? Is it all day? Or is it just for like the first couple of hours and then you can chill out? Did we get the Rofleemo yet? Probably not. I don't remember even walking off this side. Nah, here he is. G'day, fella. You have some very glowy eyes there. What do you get? Hello, small demon. Reduces fuel costs for any smelting by 20%. Reduces fuel costs for steel and brass smelting by 20%. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I feel like it's much of a muchness, you know? As far as like, do you want it to cost less fuel, or do you want it to be, you know, a chance of getting 2 extra ingots for every 10? Where are my tokens? Let's get the tokens. Actually, let's quiet over here. Let's pull these weapons apart. And go deal with a little bit of that. I have nothing to give you. Get the shrapnel gun. Ooh. 4 kills, detonates a dead body. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff in this particular weapon. And this one... No, I don't want to change it. I really would like a light back here. A couple of them. Today is 8 till 9, or 8 till 10, let's say. 3 till 5. And 6 till 8. Okay. Are you able to have a nap between 10 and 3? Yeah, we got some random decorative objects that apparently we can't put anywhere too close to the ground. It's a sticker. Can't put it on the engine. Calm down. At all. You're not a real wall. Oh, okay. Put it on the outside wall? Nope. I don't trust myself enough to have naps. Set really annoying alarms. Prep beforehand. Have everything sitting next to you, ready to go. So like water bottle or any meds or anything like that. Get everything on hand. Get it all sorted. Figured out, came. Figured out. I give you permission to reorganize my inventory. Chockers? I don't know which guns are which, you know. Ugh. I'm going to do something now that is going to be difficult for me, but it needs to be done. I'm going to get rid of everything green quality or lower. Maybe there's really rare shit. Not the green weapons specifically, because they might have better shit in them. But, even the green barrels and stuff, because I'm getting blue stuff dropped pretty regularly now, so I feel like I'll probably be fine in that regard. That shouldn't be in there. Oh, yes, it should. No, it shouldn't. It's a magazine, not a stock. This can get out of there. This can get out of there. This can go. Also that. I don't think sleep's that worth it. It is. Plus I don't want to bother my roommate. What, by sleeping? What if I take a nap at 8 AM, 3:30, and then 6:30? Yeah, perfect timing. Not a great idea, but it's an idea. Hey, every idea has value at the start. Right, we've got blue quality barrels. There's some blue quality grips as well. Magazine? What happened? That's a lot of green grips. Just move it, mate. Just move it over. Maybe do this whole fucking song and dance every time. Blue. And blue. A rare blue quality sparrow. Revolver module, barrel. And it'll happily keep munching away until it's full. Right, that's full guns. Some of these need to go. Chuck it in, chuck it in. There we go. You need someone close enough to me that they wouldn't mind punching me awake for the greater good. Set an alarm. Put it across the room. Don't have your phone with you in bed. Don't do it. Thank you for the Esther Saint. Wow. Sit up, sit up, sit up. Pain dragonfly. Rip the flesh. Salt the wounds. Not enough space. I see. Already. Oh, because of all the extra garbage that I've got in my inventory. Actually, I'll just wait till the battery runs out. No, no, do it. If you're that worried about it, do it. If you're not worried about it, then, and I mean this in the nicest possible way, if it's something that you're not worried about and you're just grizzling, shut up. I mean it in a nice way. You don't, if you're not worried enough to actually do something, don't worry about it. Like, you're putting energy into something that really doesn't matter to you enough to matter to you, you know what I mean? Yeah. Not what I wanted. Eh. Okay. Magazine. They'll have too many of these. I don't know why these don't sort. You would think they would sort, but they don't. Like one of the only things that doesn't. Another grip. More metal for the metal god. I guess coffee's the way. Hey, if that's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do. Pain enhancer. Pain enhancer? That's what I used to call my ex-wife. Ha! She was into that shit. I mean... What? Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam. Round it all away. Get rid of it. Another magazine. Got a fair few magazines. Only the one purple, but still. Too many weapons. Too many weapons, too many things. Too many frames. Too many frames. I need steel ingots to upgrade that one. I'm gonna go and get some. Get some! Or in my New York accent, coffee! Yes. Need some coffee here. Hey, yo! Why don't you go get me some coffee? 14's good. 14's a good number. I'm pretty sure I've still got some in the chest. Yeah. Yeah, I do. I'll take 6. I think there's at least 3 back there that need upgrading. Upgrade. Yes. Upgrade. Upgrade. Yes. You should start saying anti-jokes. I don't know why, but the New York Jack is funny. Hey, I'm walking here. Went down to the bodega the other day, and this putz decided to turn around and tell me he was walking here. What a maroon. I don't know. Probably not as good as the, Oh my god. I can't believe that it's like that. That we kind of broke Dopey with the other day. 2 slots, not 3 slots. And that's not the fucking thing that should be in there. Hello? Stop that. Oh wait, that's a barrel. Oh, that's fine. And a grip. That one on there. That one on there. Ditch all this shit. You make the train go on afterburner and drag yourself with the rope. Yes. You certainly can. You certainly can. And because of the weightlessness, no, it doesn't cut you in half. don't pick it up. Garbage, garbage, garbage. Goes directly into the garbage machine. Yeah, it's green. I'm like, is that yellow quality? Nah. Nah, it's green. Garbage, garbage, garbage. Chuck it all in. Silent this time. Purple mag is nice. Oops. Another frame. So here's the thing, like accurate frame rapidity. All the rapidity stuff is... No, I was about to say all the rapidity stuff's together, but it's not. Balance frame rapidity, balance frame rapidity. We don't need two of them. I know we don't need two of them. Winning frame pain. We probably already have that over there, but at least I know I have two of this one. Let's get rid of it. If Australians get cut in half, do they have to reattach both halves to regenerate, or does each half regrow independently and create two? It depends. It really depends on, like, genetics, but also the main thing is whatever sort of, like, health insurance you've got. Most Australians don't have any, so we just split into two. But you can reattach and regenerate fully, but you gotta do it pretty quick. Usually it's through a specialist. It did the crappy audio thing again, so I don't know how long it was. I don't know if I was talking about the split and telling you about that. But thank you for more coffee. It's the only reason I noticed. But just to reiterate, in case it was all missed, your other half won't start working out to beat you because you are effectively a hive mind. Like you are still one being. Ooh, it's a gold tier barrel. That's cool. We do have gold tier stuff. Oh, I got the gold tier magazine, didn't I? Put that in here. For a little bit, didn't hear any of it, but I felt it in my heart. Yeah, it's more of a hive mind. So it's not like direct competition, you know? Yeah, there's no direct competition, you just sort of work together. Purple quality barrel, that's pretty nice too. Very good, very good, very good. Dump all the green shit in here. Magazines are full, are they? They sure are. Uncalibrated mag, grunt. Lightweight mag, grunt. 1.8 and 11. 1.9 and 14. I don't know, man. Chuck it in here. Chuck it in here just for a little bit. Lots of barrels. Alright. Is there a situation where only one of you... Is there a situation where only one of you fall in love? As in with the other one? Or as in... Because you're not... Like, it's gonna be like a hive mind situation, so... It's not that there's multiple minds, it's that there is one. You know? You are one being controlling two bodies. Bunch of scrap metal, a little bit of chemical waste. A few other little bits and pieces. Ah, yes. And the fertilizer. What if you have split personality disorder? Like DID? I mean, as far as I know, you are still the same person. Like, internally, you may have alters and all that sort of stuff. But you're still you, and you still control both bodies. So it's just, if you were to switch, both bodies would switch. You know what I mean? Like, both bodies would have whoever that would then be presenting, or... I can't remember the specific term for it. I don't think it's presenting. I think it's like fronting or something. I can't remember. What if you're so insecure that you think there is a better copy and you only feel love in one body? You don't. They're the same. It's the same person. Like, it is to the same sort of thing as like, do you love your left arm or your right arm better? Yes. Like, they're both controlled by you. Yes, they're both different. Yes, you might have reasons to prefer one over the other, but they're still both your arms. You're not going to be like, you know what? I like my right arm so much, I'm going to cut my left arm off. It doesn't... It's not how it works. Not enough wood left. Brass, steel, we don't have a ton of silicon. Could make a bunch of copper, but I don't wanna. Make a shit ton of ingots, why not? We need them for steel anyway. Brass we need less of, normally. Most of the time. I could only make 29, but I feel like I would use up all of that. That's empty, and that's empty. So let's reset these then. Strip everything from them. Go away. It just has no name now? Container 2. Container 3, yeah, okay. Well, yes, but you shun the other body. Generally, you wouldn't. Like, there might be a body that you use less. It's like you're right-handed, right? How often do you write with your left hand? Or maybe you're left-handed. How often do you write with your right hand? Very few people are ambidextrous, but that doesn't mean that they're going to be like, well, I'm never going to use my left hand for anything. Like, if one of your bodies is paralyzed and it needs constant care from another body, why not just kill it? Well, I mean, that's like an amputation. So it's similar. It's not like you're losing out, you can create another. It's not a fun experience to be bisected. People don't generally live through it. Like, you gotta remember, like, the halves can grow back into second forms. One, that's not the main priority of what they do. People don't generally do that. People usually try to reconnect. But in a worst case scenario, you can regrow the two parts into two full bodies. But they are both you, they are both yours. Maybe one half, you know, is you send it out on an errand. So you're using one body to go out on an errand while the other body is staying home playing video games and stuff. Which can be very distracting. But maybe they get into an accident. You know, they get burnt, or as you said, they're paralyzed, whatever. You wouldn't necessarily amputate. You know, like, if you lose the ability to use your hand properly, you don't go, oh, I'll just cut it off. Like, just because you can't hold a spoon properly in one hand, because you've damaged the nerves or whatever, you don't just go, yeah, cut it off. And you can't grow a full body back from like an arm or a hand or anything. It's basically you need at least 40% of the body. So, you know, it's pretty much bisection. One of them drinks and the other one drives. Yeah, because it impairs the use of only one body. So, because the mind itself is controlling both, the mind will, in trying to use one body, the mind will be like, it's not responding properly. Like, I'm not walking properly. I'm saying walk like this, and it's not working. Right? It's like the disconnect between your brain and your body normally, except when it's two bodies, you can sort of notice it more, because it is that split. Right? So that means that the body that does respond is perfectly sober. The body that doesn't respond, it's not that the brain itself is drunk. It's that the body is not responding to the mind. You know, it's just sort of like, you'll be like, stand still, and it sort of sways and whatever, because you're like, oh, I can't really control this properly. It's not that there's a significant risk to killing another body. What do you mean? Letting it survive may just cause pain to the mind. Yeah, but again, it's the same as if you were to... You know, it's like if somebody is paralyzed, they don't necessarily go, cut me in half, give me your legs. Like, it's not the first choice, and there's probably some very wealthy Australians out there that could do that sort of thing, but it's not generally something that is done on purpose. Like, it's not... It seems like a trivial thing. Just be like, nah, just do it. But, like, medically, morally, people generally don't. Like, if someone's paralyzed, they don't go, I can't use my legs, cut them off. Like, that's not usually what people do. I'm sure that you could find a way, but, like, it's not done. You know? Like, you got to think about it as, like, extra limbs, not as... It's a different person, or whatever. Like, it's just more body. But if it already happened, why not? What do you mean? If it already happened... Like, if you've already lost the ability to walk. So I'm talking about this as though it's extra limbs, because that's what it boils down to. It's not a second person. So you wouldn't necessarily go... The doctor comes in and goes, I'm sorry, you'll never walk again. And you go, oh, man, cut off my legs. Like, that's not how people work. Some people might get to that point, and they might think that. You'd be hard-pressed to find a doctor that'll do it. But, you know, I suppose that's a thing. That said, it's not like a straightforward, just do it. It's a body that'll rot without care. It's still your body. You know, you're not thinking... Your legs don't rot just because you can't walk. It has to eat. That's a waste of resources. Sure. But it's also a second body. Like, I don't think you're thinking about it as... You're thinking about it as a person. It's not. It's you. Like... Would you eat less if you didn't have to sustain your legs? Like, you're thinking about it as a separate person. You're not thinking about it as limbs, and that's the way we see it. We see it as limbs. Right? It's like extra. It's an extension of your own body. Like, if you were paralyzed, going back to that, if you were paralyzed, would you eat less if you didn't... Like, would you be able to eat less if you didn't have to support your legs? Yes. But how many people do you know that go, yeah, just cut them off? Like, it doesn't happen. Are there some people out there that would prefer that it did? Yes, 100%. But it doesn't happen. Why? So many different reasons. So many different reasons. What if the second body is like in a vegetative state? Again, it would be the same as if you had a vegetative state relative, right? Or, again, if you were paralyzed, or if you were quadriplegic, or whatever. Like, you don't just go, yeah, cut it off. If that's what a limb is to you, you wouldn't think of limbs the same way that non-Australians do, right? No, we do. What do you mean? We're not fucking lizards. I've told you before. It's not common to survive a bisection. And a bisection on its own is also not common. Like, it's very uncommon for somebody to be cut into two halves that have at least 40% of the body intact and then survive it on top of that. Like, if you suddenly get chopped, you know, in half at the waist, it's a big deal to live through that. People do, but it's rare. And then of the people that do, they have to be in a situation where they can survive it, and also not be in a situation where it can be reattached. So they have to have medical support, but not crazy, you know, supportive medical support. You just kill it? Yeah. You know, it's frowned upon, but like, psychologically, it is like if you lost the use of one arm and you just decided to cut it off because you felt like it. Because you're like, nah, this isn't of use to me. Get rid of it. and then you cut it off, you would probably have some medical professionals coming to you and sitting you down and being like, hey, you need therapy because you just cut off your own arm. If you did survive and one of them ends up being vegetative, what is the point? There's a lot of support for that sort of thing. Like, you're still thinking, like, if you were a paraplegic, you'd just cut off your legs. Like, that's not what would happen. There's a lot of support for that sort of thing. Like, it is still part of you. Like, you go and smother yourself with a pillow and bury the other body or whatever. You know, it's still part of you. It's still one mind. You're not smothering somebody else. You're just disposing of yourself. So it's not necessarily like it's super crazy illegal as long as you don't do anything stupid about it. Right? Don't go parading it through the neighborhood. Don't do it like publicly and all that sort of stuff. There is a process for it. And people have, but generally it's not like a standard way for people to think. Because they think more about self-preservation. And when it gets to the point of like, should we dispose of them? You can. You're not going to get arrested for it. But because you're not technically, like, no one's disappearing. It's like, oh, what happened to that? Oh yeah, my lizard tail. Yeah, I got rid of it. You know? So there would be no pain or anything into killing it. No, you're still part of it. You got to understand, this is still your body. So as much as like you wouldn't die, but you would be going through both sides of it. So the body that is in a vegetative state, or in whatever state that you have decided that is not worth keeping around, you would still experience any of the trauma that you put yourself through. And I'm sure that there's some shit out there on the internet somewhere of people doing some really messed up stuff to their grown halves, but it's not like a common way. Like, it's not like a societal, like, oh yeah, we just get rid of them. You know what I mean? What is that? Hold on. What are you? Catalyst. Speeds up chemical reactions. Ooh, that's new. Put that in the chemical box. Alright, we make gun. We make gun now. I think we need to make one from scratch. That's just frames. I could customize this numerator that I've got. Because I've only got a white barrel at the moment. 5% chance to duplicate projectile, plus 3 to global critical chance, yes. 40% increased critical chance. Fire rate increases while firing, stability increases when destroying enemy armor, etc., etc. And then I can throw this barrel away. Chuck it into trash. They're pretty standard stocks and stuff. I don't know what changes it from full auto to not. feel like for the one that's here, the fire rate, damage, etc. A lot of barrels. Let's build a shotgun. This is a shotgun barrel, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Create. Oh no, it's not. Ooh, it's a hunter gun. Okay, hold on. Increase status chance. Fire rate, stability, range. Hold on. Not full auto still. I'm assuming this one isn't going to make any difference. Oop, pick it up. Nah, definitely doesn't. That's fine. That's fine though. I mean, it could even be the magazine. Magazine? What happened? Keeping it alive should be frowned upon. Instead, the human instinct to keep a useless thing due to fear of loss only causes stagnation and impedes on the betterment of its... I really don't know what the hell's going on with that. It keeps cutting off on me. I cut off mid-sentence. Yeah, I'm talking about what like I'm not arguing what is the best way to do things as far as humankind is concerned. And like what's the smartest option and what is the most rational decision and whatever. I'm arguing as to what is accepted as far as society is concerned, which are two different things in a lot of cases. You know, is keeping the parts of you that you don't necessarily need around, you know, that are not doing anything for you, is that the smart way to go about things? Probably not, but people don't just... You don't just go and get your appendix removed because you can, you know? You don't go and get a kidney removed because you can. Like, humans can survive without a lot of things, but we keep them. He exploded. Oh, these little fuckers. Get out of here. Yeah, go get them. I don't know why it keeps cutting off on me today. Probably need to restart my laptop and get everything changed over, but I can't really do that in the middle of editing. I should get a channel redeem that's like a point and just be like, are you muted? Click, 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 click. Stupid jam barrel bullshit. Ow. Stop it. I think I've been using this gun for long enough that I should probably repair it anyway. Oh, stop jamming. Hello? I'm not arguing we should remove everything that you can remove. I'm arguing that something is not functional. It's a good idea to remove it if it takes extra resources to keep. No, I know. That's what I'm saying. People don't go around just removing their appendix. You know, people don't go around being like, I'm going to take out wisdom teeth because I can. Like, not everybody does that. And oh, for fuck's sake, gun! Generally, people tend not to remove parts that are non-functional unless it is life-threatening. I'm gonna go down because this stupid gun keeps getting jammed. The fuck was that? The snake's still here. He's still up. Okay. That was a big explosion, whatever it was. Barely picked up anything. Gun bits and a smidge of copper. May as well dump the gun bits for this moment. Okay. To be fair, if you're paralyzed, it takes more resources to remove rather than to maintain. Not necessarily, no. Most of the time. Not necessarily, no. Because you think about the amount of energy that you are spending on moving your legs. Not moving your legs, you know what I mean? Like, keeping your legs on and all that sort of stuff. It's not like you could just switch them out. Hypothetically, if you were to... Oh shit, ow, he hurts. I was healing, but anyway. You know, you need obviously a certain amount of nourishment, a certain amount of even just maintenance and keeping them clean and whatever else. And the amount of energy that you spend on moving around the extra bit of fucking gun, the extra bit of weight, just in your day-to-day life, you know. Going to destroy this weapon. Oh, for fuck. What the fuck was that? What is that? Hello? tries to sort of follow enemies that I'm not looking at. And other bits and pieces. Like half the time the aim assist, I feel like I'm fighting it. I'm a terrible shot as it is, normally. Oh, one of you can hit him. Yeah, that's good. Out of ammo. Poke your head out. But because humans aren't as rational as most of us think we are, I'd argue that most of us are more comfortable seeing somebody that is paralyzed with legs than paralyzed without legs. Oh, of course. Of course. People freak out when they see shit. They're like, that's not what it should be like. I'm simplifying, but yeah, people don't like different. Ah, piss off, explodey boys, go away. Oh fuck, they hurt. Snakeamus. What's he doing? He's like spinning around. Whoa! He does not like being chained up. Woo! Double kill with an explosive. Oh. Get down already, holy shit. Ah, go away. For no other reason than it doesn't feel right. Exactly. Imagine if these explosions are from your train being shot at. Yeah, that'd be pretty funny. Egg? Egg. Okay. Love that. Go away. So many tokens from the lads. I'm gonna run around, I'm gonna pick everything up. Pick everything up, loot all the shit that I can. Might need to do a couple of laps because of the parts. I'm gonna try and immediately recycle anything that isn't blue or better. And that definitely looks like a shotgun barrel. It probably isn't. Don't need the ammo. Go away. Oop. One. God damn it. Run back, ditch all the shit. I think a cool upgrade for your train would be like a mortar. You put your little dudes on it. When you're in fights like that, just occasionally there'd be this. You know? If you're only half Australian, do you have the ability to regrow? Yeah. Yeah, it's just a genetic thing. I mean, as long as it's in your blood, you're all sweet. I mean, I haven't tested it, mind you. I'm told that it's there, but you know, there's definitely stories of people that have found out that they were adopted after the fact, which is a little bit too late. You missed out. Is it only for full-blooded Australians? No, not at all. Not at all. Just because all the lads are dead doesn't mean that old mate should necessarily be unchained, right? You should still be tethered. Materials. You should have read the original exclusive traits. Race traits? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely very unbalanced. But that said, it's a very niche situation. So like, as far as a perk goes, it's good, it's powerful, but most Australians never actually use it. You know, it's like, I think day to day there are so many better ones out there. Like some let you know, speak with certain accents without getting in trouble. Some let you say certain words without getting in trouble. There's a lot of different things that you can do depending on what you pick, and a lot of them have a lot of like day-to-day use, whereas this is like, it's a one-off. You have to respec too. Yeah, no, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. New Game Plus, maybe. Come back, change, switch out. You know, just sort of do it. Like if you're hooked on this MMO, then yeah, try out the other classes, the other races. But like, don't have to. Like it's not. It doesn't make a huge difference. The location makes a bigger difference. If you have the upgrade that is any race, any alliance, it's the same as the upgrade in ESO. If you have the upgrade that's any race, any alliance, then you can do some really cool stuff. You can also make things a lot more difficult for yourself if you pick a bad combination. But yeah, any race, any alliance is really handy for certain things. Did you say Japanese people can eat raw food? It's a region trait. From what I understand, there's a few. So it's not just Japan. Japan's more restricted to like seafood. But I believe that the French can. There's a couple other ones. There's a few combinations. Is all immediately going into the furnace, the recycler, you know what I mean. Raw eggs too. Yeah, I mean, that's not something that's necessarily... I don't think that's a race thing. I'm pretty sure that's a class thing. I'm pretty sure that's a class thing. Because there's a lot of people, like different races, that'll do that, and it gives you like a fitness buff. Apparently. But it doesn't work for everybody. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool traits. I mean, there's pros and cons as well. I mean, you got to take them with debuffs. Like, you do have your pros and cons for different stuff, but... Oh yes, that's right, that's what we were going to do. That's what we were going to do pretty much last. I'll, Did I chuck anything in any of these? No. I'm going to grab the rest of this stuff out of here. Take it down the back. Dump all that in there for now. The tokens. I was going to take the tokens. $18 spins, eh? How's the shop? What's the shop looking like? 3 silicon for 2 copper bars. That's not bad. Brass bars require 2 gears, so 2 iron ingots for a brass bar. It's not too bad either. Not great. Not too bad. Charcoal requires 2 chemicals. Nah, it's not. Scrap metals for chemicals. Unstable chemicals for gears. Iron bars for wood. 2 scrap metal for 2 chemicals. 1 chemical for 2 scrap metal. Yeah. Not terrible. I'll bring over the copper bars as well. Keep a copper bars. Keep a scrap metal. Did I make more recently? Oops. Wrong spot. It's not there anymore. I must have, but I'm pretty sure I put them away. Reincarnation's OP. Yeah, that's it's funny about that too, because that's actually more of like a what do they call them in Dark Souls? I can't think of what they're called. What are the things that's like the... You can be a sunbro in Dark Souls, or you can like follow the dark moon of whatever her name is and shit. What are they called? Covenants. That's a covenant buff. So that's not actually a racial thing. People mistake it. They think it is. But there's a lot of people out there that they actually PvP over the fact that they think that like reincarnation and all that sort of stuff is a racial trait, but it's not. There's a lot of confusion. I think they need better tutorials in the beginning. But reincarnation being a racial trait is actually a myth. It is a covenant buff. So it's one of the covenant perks, depending on the covenants that you picked. And there's benefits to all the different covenants, obviously. And there's benefits to being covenantless. And there are covenants that... There's multiple covenants that are pro no covenant, which is really funny to me, because it's like, join our club because we hate clubs. You're like, okay, wouldn't you just not be in a club then? It's like, yeah, but if you join our club, everyone will know that you hate clubs. And you're like, yeah, but it's a club. So why would you do that? And they're like, so people know, and then you can prove to people, you can show people that you don't like clubs. You're like, I just wouldn't join a club. What's the atheism buff? You don't get... The atheism buff isn't necessarily a buff. It is that you don't have the guilt debuff that comes with a lot of other covenants. So a lot of covenants have a guilt debuff. That can slow down like progression. It can slow down... like it gives you a debuff to certain charisma rolls and things like that. Unless you build into it. and counteract it. But in a lot of cases, you just don't have the guilt debuff. You're saying the Japanese have a small Pina debuff. It's more of a debuff that affects their roll. If you think about it like D&D, right? Because everyone has to roll for it. Certain races don't have a debuff, so they just roll standard. But you can still roll a 1, no matter who you pick. You can roll a 20, no matter who you pick. But certain races might get like a +4, or a +2, or a -1, or a -2, or whatever, you know? So there is definitely some... there's definitely some sort of differences there, as far as that's concerned. So you can still definitely... You can still roll a 20, and even if you have like a -5 debuff because of your chosen race originally, you can still be a 15, which is way higher than what the average is for a race that doesn't have any buff or debuff. Because a race that doesn't have any buff or debuff, the average is going to be a 10. Which is funny, because it doesn't actually... I'm using that as an example for D&D, as far as like, oh, D&D is you know, 1 to 20. It's actually at 1 to 12. So you roll a d12 for it. The average... Most people say that the average is 6. Most people also have a -1. So really it's not quite that, but most people say that the average for rolling that is a 6. But if you have a +4 and you roll a 2, no worries. If you have a -4 and you roll a 10, no worries. It only really... Like, it's still luck. It's not too far off. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It definitely isn't too far off. What was it that needed copper? Ah, silicon, that's right. Nah, it's a complicated game, but it's definitely worth playing through to the end game. The end game isn't something that... Like, a lot of people have gripes with the end game. A lot of people complain about the end game of Earth, but it's like... Generally, a lot of people that have been playing Earth for... You know, 80+ levels, 70+ levels... They're gonna have complaints, because they're the hardcore players. They're the ones that have been playing for that long. You know, and... They'll have... a lot of gripes with the game. I mean, think about players that have been playing Destiny. Your biggest critics of Destiny... are people that have been playing it forever, you know? So, it's gonna happen. That's why there's a lot of people that speak quite negatively about the endgame, but there are positives to it. I think that at a certain point, the day-to-day maintenance and the day-to-day grind to just maintain your character does get to a lot of people. Join the Satanism Covenant for the Goth Girlfriend debuff. Surprisingly... Goth Girlfriend buff, sorry. Surprisingly, not a Satanist thing. Again, another myth. I don't know who wrote the guide on that. That was probably 40 years ago now. But it was... Yeah, the guide that tells you that that's how that works. No. No, surprisingly not. Surprisingly not, no. Because you'll find people that actually play that class... will, like those that are out there that are playing as the Goth Girlfriend class, which is more common than you might think. But that's just their class. So that has nothing to do with their covenant. It has nothing to do with anything really, like nothing to do with race, nothing to do with anything except for their day-to-day, like their their class. And a lot of it is aesthetic anyway. A lot of it is aesthetic. A lot of it is based around just like armor transmog. So Goth Girlfriend, in a lot of cases, it doesn't have to be a full class, because it was quite a few years ago. Quite a few years ago that there was a lot of class-based stuff that you had to, you know, spec into or whatever, that they changed up. A lot of players came together and discussed it, and you have to you can change up what is going on and what you are doing and the way your character looks based purely on transmog. It does cost a little bit of in-game currency, but it would have anyway had you played that class. You thought about choosing the Mars server, but it's dead? Yeah, the Mars server's pretty dead these days. Like, no one's been on there for a while. People have talked about like server transfers and stuff, but they've been talking about that for years, and the devs still haven't gotten around to implementing it. Players reckon that that there is a way to get to the Mars server from the Earth server, but, you know, see how far that goes. The globalism update? No, I think that was a while ago now. That's not a Mars thing. I don't know, there's a lot of patches. There's patches every day. There's patches every day. I mean, I don't particularly like any game that has permadeath. Not a huge fan. But I mean, that's more personal preference than anything. I thought I'd give it a go. I had some friends that were like, "Oh, you should try it." I did, and I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun with it. Like I've always said, I like games that you can live in. I like games that you can just enjoy your life. You can, you know, you have a home base. You can decorate things. You can upgrade things. You can customize things. Yeah. All is said and done, though. I think it is time for me to wrap this episode up, because it is now that time of day that I have some things to do before I go to bed. But it has been a pleasure. I've enjoyed our chats about Earth the game. No Covenant could save your save file after death. Yeah, it's it was something that the devs had in mind to start with, and it was apparently supposed to be a thing. But there was some, like, glitch. There was, like, an error with it where it's, like, it caused too much corruption in player characters or something. I don't know. I don't know the specifics. I haven't really read into it. It's like beta, like OG beta before the 1.0 release. And it was supposed to be a thing, but the devs could never get it to work. They could never get it to work in a way that didn't cause more problems than it was worth. So now it's just based on Covenant. Covenant can do reincarnation, but you don't really remember anything. You do keep a handful of you know, traits or points or different bits and pieces depending on which Covenant you're with that has that as a perk. But in general, it's just like a fresh reset. I think I might re-roll, but am I too far in? It's not really worth it. It takes so long to level up. Like, you're looking at least a year just to get a level. You know, once that year goes by, and like, you got to go through all the tutorials again, and you got to do all that sort of shit. It's not worth re-rolling. It's not worth re-rolling. You'll get a chance to re-roll, and there's a lot in the game that you don't get to experience until you level up a bit. Like, once you hit level 20, it's very easy to be like, oh, well, I've seen it all. You know, there's not much for me beyond this, except for, like, you know, the homesteading quests and all that sort of stuff. But there is actually a lot that only unlocks as you level up higher than that. And you're still getting unlocks, you know, once you're level 50, once you're level 60, 70, all that sort of thing. Depends on how you play the early game, obviously, but I wouldn't want to go back and run the tutorials again only at level 20. But then again, there's other characters. There's other people that, like, they start new characters all the time. You know, they get to, like, level 15, And then they go, I'm going to restart, I'm going to re-roll. And they do it again and again and again. But again, we've talked about the whole save game, the save file thing. They don't keep the save file, so they don't have... Like, the character that they play as doesn't have the memory of it, of re-rolling and doing that. So they might re-roll and then pick exactly the same thing that they just did. And then get into it and have all of those levels again, doing exactly the same shit in exactly the same location. And then be like, no, I want to re-roll. And they're stuck in that loop, you know? New Game Plus better than re-roll? Apparently, yeah. So I've heard. You had a pretty good spawn. RNG, yeah. Yeah, you gotta get lucky with the spawn. You gotta get lucky with the spawn. A lot of people choose location. Like I said, any race, any location, any faction, whatever that I mentioned before. You've gotta pick like your desired location to start with. But even then, a lot of it's role based, so you can still roll really low. You can pick the best location and the best faction and still roll really low and end up, you know, being a shit kicker for some covenant. You can be auto-signed. This is another thing too. You can be auto-signed onto a covenant that you didn't get to choose, and if you don't question it, you are then in that covenant, and you could be a shit kicker for that covenant for the entire character. That's just it. But you could be in the best server, or sorry, in the best location, with the best class, with everything like that, that still be the bottom of that hierarchy. And, you know, some people might say that's fine. Other people would disagree. It really depends on what you want to do. I'm a perk. I am Albatross. Good morning. Anyway, I'm going to have to go. Because I was going to try and leave before Albatross got out of bed so that I could make us some breakfast. But unfortunately, that moment has passed. So, VODlings, we've changed some stuff around. We've reshuffled some stuff. It's not done. I've spent a lot of this time talking about Earth, the game. If you're watching this tomorrow, 10 years from now, or long after I'm gone, you're awesome. And I am sure you'll hear from me again. I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.